So we talked about in the last section, employees versus contractors, and appreciate when you're thinking about compensation and you're thinking about policies and you're thinking about accountability, employees and contractors are different constructs. Employees have legal implications, and we talked about that. They have tax implications, they have payroll implications, and very often in startups or in companies in general, payroll and the comp and benefit side will be the largest part of your balance sheet. Employees are not only tied into employment law, but it also means that you're going to have to get a little more serious about things like employee handbooks and, job expectations, job descriptions, all of these sorts of things, because this is how you're going to hold someone accountable. That's going to be really important because remember, when you're starting your company, every dollar is very precious. And so if you're going to spend money on somebody, you're going to also have to hold them accountable. So there's not only a financial component, but also a legal component. Any investor worth their salt is looking at how you're going to manage not only the current situation, but how you're going to grow the company and how you're going to scale. And as you bring any sort of a workforce in, this is going to be a big question people are going to have for you that you need to be prepared to answer. Don't forget, if you're going to use contractors, and contractors have real value at different stages of an organization. I know in my businesses, we often use contractors with particular areas of expertise because I don't need that expertise full time. So I'm bringing them in, I'm actually making them strategic partners, but I'm also penning contracts with them that have clarity on what I'm hiring them to do, what I'm going to hold them accountable to, what I'm going to pay them, how I'm going to pay them. And this is an important component because if you've got open-ended arrangements and you don't have clarity on these things, then it's going to be harder to not only control your burn rate, but it will also be harder to look at things from a budget and also from a financial projection point of view. So really kind of think about this. Contractors have real value, particularly if you need expertise on a limited basis or a short-term timeline, whereas an employee is going to have a different implication for you because now you have an obligation to them more long-term. This is why often when people are building businesses initially, they'll go the contractor route and potentially hire someone as a contractor with the understanding that they could turn into a permanent employee in the long run. So don't feel like there's an either or. You might actually be doing something that is a short bridge solution that might lead to more of a longer term relationship.